the ones who are most qualified are more than likely the ones who have gone through it.
Even in the immaturity, I don't say immaturity as in like you're young and stupid. I think you're young and stupid because you were young.
And I was stupid sometimes. Yeah, thanks.
But
Like that's why divorce twice. Make comment section have added comments, because the truth be told, you don't even put your face on the comment. You put your words on there and you hide behind the buttons.
so when all of that happened, I won't say the negative comments. Did you feel a need to defend that? And then I want to ask you a question.
Yeah,
Your first marriage was like at 23, and I don't
yeah.
mean to beat this
Man,
thing.
go ahead, bro.
Okay, but I think it's worth talking about or worth addressing. Your first marriage was 23. Um, you were super young. She was older.
Yeah,
She always and she had how many kids?
three
Three.
kids.
She had
Yeah,
three kids
yep.
that wasn't by you. Um, some would say, and some have said, like, man, well, two things. Man, she saw him coming. And second thing is, why would he so young get into that situation? And I want you to address that.
Mhm.
I want you to address that because it's there, and it it's unfair for you to try to wrap all of that up in like two sentences. You know what I mean? So
That's fair. That's fair. So I would say I can bring it back as I sort of step forward a bit. I've learned now in this season that I've lived off of perspective. You and I spoke about this off camera.
yep.
Perspective was always my benefit of the doubt, vulnerable safe haven. Like perspective allowed for a covering for my vulnerability. What I mean is, if I felt like something was wrong, like if there's people who are too judgmental or religious, I naturally didn't like the people who were dogmatic and dogging people based off of what they thought was their form of judgment, religious wise, or sticking their nose up at people. I was like, they're not perfect and you're not perfect. So don't dog them. So when I'm at 24 and I have that type of heart posture, my perspective is they need love too,
Mm,
because I messed up. And if I mess up, I wouldn't want nobody beeping on me. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? I would want, when I say beeping, you know what I mean. You can press the button when that thing happened in the post.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Hold on, y'all. I pressed the. Let me see. Hold on.
You got to find the button for it. I don't
Oh,
think you got a button.
here we go.
On me. You ready? Go.
Yep. Wait a minute. Say it
I
again.
don't want nobody on me. There we go. Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, edit in real time.
You real time, because that's another thing. Somebody would have judged me for that. Like, you don't do it when you stub your toe. I know you're not saying, Lord, I love you when you stub your toe, right? So all that said, that heart posture, like I didn't understand why I had a heart posture to just give benefit of the doubt, because she is a woman. She was married. She has all three of her kids from a last marriage. So me being young and logical, she's taking care of her own three kids by herself. I'm looking at myself as an addition. I can come in and I can add to what she already has. So I didn't want to discredit her or count her out, because that would have been, I felt bad if I would have done that. If we know we connect, I'm not going to dog you and say, well, shoot, I honestly can't be with you because you really look like you're probably a terrible person because you got three of your own kids and you didn't work in your own marriage. I just stepped into it with that heart posture. That's
Yeah.
perspective. God has worked on me now and shown me that perspective is really important, and it's a great heart posture, but it matters to those who really know you in your personal space. Like proximity, you know me, you can say, Pete wouldn't say that. That's not his heart.
Yep.
But when you out in front of the public and the platform, don't nobody care about my perspective. They want to know what makes sense. And
Yep.
ultimately, God is showing me that, there's things that I can do as well. And I can adapt that into my personal life where I'm at in my maturation process. There's things that have to be principle based. So if looking back now, would I have done it with what I know now? No, not because she wasn't a good woman, but I think the principle would have worked out better for me to understand what I should have gotten for myself first, and then looked at what it looks like to be in a healthy space with a person who gives me a chance to understand how to figure it out with them together, and not just somebody who just gives me what they already got and I'm learning how to build from that deficit. Because it was a deficit, but my perspective didn't make it look like a deficit. My perspective gave it benefit of the doubt, right? So it's not bad. That just showed my heart posture. Everybody can't manage it, i.e. the comment section, because they don't care about my perspective. They want to know you're saying this and it's supposed to look that way.
I think that it. Yeah. I don't think that it was bad. I think that it was immature.
There we
in
go.
the sense that you didn't have the experience yet. And man, we're so hard on people.
But you wouldn't dog me for that though.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
no.
You wouldn't dog me for that. So if I can say it's immaturity, I want to make sure you finish. I just want to bring that out to your attention. You saw immaturity, but your immaturity that you saw in me didn't dog me though. That's why I lived with that benefit of the doubt perspective mentality.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to dog you for your immaturity, but if there's something I can bring to the table, that's the naivete. Hopefully I can help. So,
Yeah, and like I still even in the immaturity, I don't say immaturity as in like you're you're young and stupid. I think you're young and stupid because you were young.
and I was stupid sometimes. Yeah,
Stupid.
facts.
But it's nobody has the experience until they have the experience.
Say it again, man.
That's just how life works. And it's super easy. That's partly why I hate shorts.
Why
Like
do you hate
shorts
shorts?
as in like TikToks and stuff like
Yeah.
that and stuff like that. They'll take a big old long process thing and wrap it up in like 30 seconds. And then you look at it and you be like, oh, that's easy. I can do that. Until you try to make that dish, you try to cook that thing, you try to build that project, and you be like, oh man, this part that they glanced over in 2 seconds actually takes 3 days. And it's very, very easy to hear a thing and be like, oh man, they should have known better. Nobody knows until they know.
Yeah, come on now.
That's just how life works. So in that regard, I say yes, you were immature in the sense that every 23-year-old, you know what I mean?
And I'm okay with that. G, like, bro, what else? First of all, why why is everybody so invested on something that literally was my journey and I'm able to confess I didn't know it all. I didn't expect to be perfect. I still don't expect to be perfect, but I'm not going to give myself a pass either. I
No,
want
no, no. I'll tell you why. No,
tell me.
I'll tell you why. Because we put ourselves out here.
Mm.
It's just how it goes. We put ourselves out here. We're talking to, like, I mean, we didn't know that that episode was going to do what the episode did,
No.
but once we put ourselves out here for everybody to have an opinion, everybody has an opinion. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a valid opinion, but it is an opinion.
Facts.
And part of part of being, and I'll call us leaders. Part of being leaders and having some level of influence is that it takes everything that we have and everything that we are, and we leave it for people's interpretation.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's just the hard part of it. And it's not built for everybody. And quite frankly, that's why I think God doesn't give it to everybody.
So there's a lady who is the driver instruction teacher, driving instructor.
Okay.
Yeah. So she is in the car with these young kids that can't drive. And she literally trusts them. Like she's really great at what she does. She came highly recommended, had great reviews. But I'm like, you're trusting this 15-year-old, 16-year-old girl who's 5'3",
Mm,
very small, feeble, but still like not stature small, but still strong. But she's holding a machine. She's navigating the machine. How do you feel comfortable navigating that type of machine with somebody that inexperienced on much less parkways, highways?
I see where you're going.
Yeah. So there was that question I asked her, and she looks at me and she says, you know what, honestly, and I'm paraphrasing, she's honestly saying, I've gone through everything on my own. I've gone through any wreck you can name. I've done anything that can be a form of failure, disaster, accidents, anything that puts me in a place where it can't get no worse in a car. I've gone through it.
Mm,
So I don't have the same trepidations or fear when I'm sitting next to somebody and I'm trying to teach them because I've experienced all of it. And I'm like, yo, that is the most profound thing I heard on that day. and probably in moving forward in life because I realized the ones who are most qualified are more than likely the ones who have gone through it. You've
Mhm.
been in that situation. Now, if you wanna be ignorant and you wanna be insane, what definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting new results. That's one thing. However, if you've gone into the space of you went this way and you did it this way thinking it worked that way and it didn't work, but then next time you get into another marriage, but you go this way and you try it this way this time and it doesn't work, then at times you're looking to do what's right. May not have all the tools and information, but through your personal experiences, you start to do process of elimination. And ultimately, no different than wealthy people have become wealthy due to bankruptcies or failing. They figured out, okay, I can't do that no more. I can't invest this way. I got to find out about these other forms of investments. And it took someone like what's your guy's name? Mr. Amazon.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, he's been working on Amazon since what, 1997,
Yep.
1996?
Yep.
And it really, when did it really pop off?
Later.
Later. So how many in between missteps, mistakes, things that didn't work out from 97? So the difference is there wasn't this type of platform for him to expose himself. But the truth is he had to become successful with knowing process of elimination and also what did I do wrong the last time that I can capitalize on, not go left anymore, but go right. Oh, right's taken away, let me go south. South. South's taken away, let me go north. Right.
Mm.
And even if it's now I gotta go diagonal, you're gonna find a way as long as you keep eliminating the things that have gone wrong. So ultimately, that woman blessed me when she said that. And it's for me to say, Pete, you went through this. And because you went through this, it can qualify you. It can really qualify you. Granted, now I'm not doing it by myself. I'm doing it with my Lord and Savior because there's principles
Mm.
that I never activated, much less now I can apply. And I'm noticing that there's a way that I'm moving that didn't look like cohabitation or courthouse both times. Now it's like, ooh, I didn't realize I was codependent. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't know how to value myself. I'm
Mm.
just now in the season of what I call elevated access.
What's that?
Bro, I got DND, do not disturb on my phone all the time now. I've never put myself in a space where I had my phone on do not disturb to where I don't react to the phone, where I can literally put the phone down, do what I'm supposed to do. I can respond by intentionally going and looking at my phone. If somebody called and I missed it, or if a message that was sent and I didn't get it, or meaning I didn't respond to it at that time, I can take the effort and the energy to make time for that, which means I'm making time for me. I'm valuing myself because before I didn't value myself. I would overcompensate. I would want to be in a space of relationship all the time. Grown human beings ain't trying to be with grown human beings all the time. Not all the time. They have something to do. So there's things I need to do. And I realize it's important. Go ahead.